besties, how we doing today? If it's good, that's great. And if not so good, then I hope it gets 1,000 times better. I'm sitting here doing my makeup before work, and some days you're just not with it. And today I am not with it. I just started Shark Week, and so today I wanted to film a little video doing it, just something silly I was thinking about filming last night while I was going to bed. About some of the animes I was enjoying, about some anime that I was enjoying this season. And I want to say, I'm calling it like Girly Pop's fave anime of the season or something like that. And the reason I'm doing that is because, especially now that I'm a bit grown, I'm a bit older than I was, like, when picking an anime, I think I'm a little bit more picky. If I start watching an anime and I feel like it doesn't respect women, then I'm just done. Like, it's just not for me anymore, okay? And I know there's a target audience for that, but that isn't me. And that's a whole other discussion I don't want to have right now, so we're not having it. But I thought, I know there's some random anime, and girls need some recommendations too, and I'm here to be that person. Do you want my makeup routine? I'll also maybe show you. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm just gonna talk about some of the anime I've been enjoying this season. To be fair, not all of them are gonna be from the specific season of anime, but just ones that I'm enjoying because I've just been binging a lot. Okay, girls been binging a lot. So let's start with the one I'm currently watching. I'm not super far into it, and also I'm not gonna do any spoilers. I'm not planning to. If I'm gonna say a spoiler because I just really feel the urge to, I'll make that apparent. But this is makeup work, so it's not fun makeup. Work makeup. So you'll see. I do pretty basic shit. But it's called Windbreaker, and I don't know if you've heard about it. It's kind of, from what I've seen, it's kind of popular this season. And it stars this delinquent dude, and he has like half white, half black hair, and in his past, you see this like literally the start of the show, so it's not a spoiler. He was just, no one fucked with him because they're like, oh, you're cursed and bullshit like that. And so now he just wants to be the strongest delinquent, right? So he just like always likes to fight. And so he goes to this school out in the boonies because it has this reputation of being like a great delinquent school or whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna make my way to the top. It's giving like, kind of giving Haikyuu, because I know I just said talking about women. There's not really a lot of women. I haven't seen any women for any of the delinquents that I'm aware of. There's only really one female main character, and I can't lie with you besties, she gets saved, but I don't find it disrespectful because she had like a strong personality. She wasn't just like, oh. So if you're bothered by there's like no powerful, you could say, I don't know, I don't say it like that, but I'm enjoying it. I'm like, these episodes go quick for me. It's a lot of fun. I should say I've been really craving like just like action-packed anime, so you're gonna see a lot of that. But yeah, the episodes go quick. It's pretty animation. It's not like anything crazy, but it's good. And just the action scenes are fun. And it's funny because like the main delinquent dude I was telling you about, he's like a tsundere. So it's kind of a fun little twist on that trope. I'm doing, if you care, I'm just darkening with credit, I'm darkening like my outer edges. Yeah, it's just a fun little spin on that trope, and I've just been really enjoying it. It's not anything so far like groundbreaking, but it's honestly really funny, and I like it. So if you I think if you kind of like the Haikyuus, because it's not really a sports anime, but it kind of gives that vibe where he's like, I'm gonna be the best, whatever. And you just like fun action, then I really think it's worth your time. It's fun. Even if you like have it on in the background, like you don't need to give it your full attention. It doesn't seem like it's as like deep, complicated. But I like that all the delinquents, or I could say like gang systems, seem to have are really well thought out. And like the main delinquent school he joins, their focus is on like protecting their community, and I really like that. So like they're off like doing like taking down graffiti and stuff like that, and like protecting the townsfolk, and they're kind of protecting it from the other crazy gangs. And I won't go too much more into that, but I really like that twist, because when you think of delinquents, you just think of delinquents, right? But they protect the town, and I think that's really nice. And so it wasn't yesterday I watched it, but the day before that, I'm not even kidding you, I binged it all in one day. To be fair, I was after work and I was not feeling good, but it's a good show, okay? It's called Kaiju Number 8. Okay, so basically, when I think kaiju, I believe it means kind of like, you know, like Godzilla and like King Kong, like big ass monsters, right? So it's in this kind of like set and like I believe like modern day Japan, but like the bit is that all these like monsters are just popping out, okay? And our main protagonist, I'm not good with names, so I'm not gonna be saying names. Him and like the baddest bitch, like the lead head of the defense force, childhood besties, okay? We'll get to that, yeah. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna grow up and we're gonna be in the defense force together and we're gonna kill all these monsters and it's gonna be great, okay? Cut like 30-ish years later, because he's like 33, I think. He's in the cleanup. He's in the cleanup crew, basically. And he tried so many times, but he just never quite passed the test. And so he's just never gotten that dream when his childhood bestie, she's on the very, very top. Like, she's that girl, okay? And so he just is like, she just cleans up all these monsters. And I thought that was a really interesting twist, was kind of why I watched it. And then semi-spoilers, end of the first episode bullshit, so I don't think it's really a spoiler, but skip a few seconds, I guess. Long story short, he turns into a kaiju. And he makes his bestie on the job, and so two of them, like, they work together to join the defense force. And he has to learn to how can he follow his dream when he's turned into this monster that, like, they're sworn to protect against. Really, really good. Like I said, I binged it all in one day. I honestly think it has JJK potential, and that, for me, is a really high compliment, because I think it's one of the best animes. I think it's really damn good, especially season 1. Season 2 is too sad for me. Like, I need a little bit of levity. I watched all of it, but I was just heartbroken, okay? Not saying it was bad, but it was just a tough watch. It's giving season 1 of JJK, which I really like, because that's my favorite season. So yeah, I think it has JJK potentials because it's funny, it has strong women, it has great action. It's just a good time, and you're just vibing, and I appreciate that. And I think it really is, especially because the main character and this, like, really powerful person has this, like, really deep, like, childhood connection. There is some really good heart to the show and the other characters. I'm expecting, like, the other side characters to be really fleshed out as well. Not super well yet, besides this one girl who is, I feel like the dudes who watch it hate her because she's, like, super confident in her abilities. But I love her. Like, she was, like, kind of really mean at first. When you watch it, you'll know who I'm talking about, but I won't spoil it. But I'm like, you're just so good. I literally can't even be mad at you. Like, yeah, if I was the best, then I would. Sorry. Did she lie? She didn't. So why are you mad? Exactly. Like, here's the thing. If you're not strong and you're like, oh, I'm the strongest, okay, step up. Prove it. If you can't prove it, then shut up. But if you can, I mean, okay, I guess. I mean, you don't have to be that mean about it, but, like, I mean, you didn't lie, so. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into it because I feel like that's a show I could really easily spoil if I keep going. But it's a good ride. And once again, like I said, I've been watching a lot of action anime recently. If you want, like, a really good action series that you're really just gonna enjoy, that's another great one. Like I said, if you like Jujutsu Kaisen, it's giving season 1 of that for me. And there's only one season out. I think it came out, like, early this year, if I'm not wrong. I don't 100% remember, but it's a great time. It's a great time. Sorry, I'm doing my eyeliner, so I'm gonna be looking this way. And so next, I'm gonna sprinkle in a non-actiony one for my girls who are like, okay, shut up, I get it. Like, the girls are fighting, but I want more than that. It's probably one that you've already watched, but if you haven't, girl, get on it. Unfortunately, this one's not on Crunchyroll or anything. It's on Hulu. I don't have Crunchyroll. I use my friends. Don't worry, I'm not paying for Crunchyroll. Yep. Sorry, I said it. My bad. Get a friend to split it with. If you don't have it, I don't know. It's up to you, girly. Whatever you think is best. But I watched this one on Hulu. It's probably on Crunchyroll too, to be honest, but that's not why I watched it. It's one of my favorites. It's called a shoujo, and girly pop, if you don't know what a shoujo is, let me introduce you to love, joy, and happiness. Okay. Shoujos are kind of like considered like the shonen for women, in the fact that they're like primary demographic is for women, right? And they're typically like more like romance-y based and slice of life, and this one is. But it's a really great show because I rarely can just do like a slice of life. I need some action to keep me engaged. Like, I hate to be that person, but it's the truth. But this one is just so good and funny. Let me see the name of it. My bad, guys. It's called Call Me Someone Kiss. And so, if you've probably seen Fruits Basket. If you haven't, go watch Fruits Basket. It's not as sad as Fruits Basket, but it's like kind of that energy. Basically, this girl, her dad's a deadbeat, and he places all this debt on her and like runs off, so she's like left homeless, and she's just like sitting in the street, and this dude comes up to her and he's like, womp womp womp. And she's like, so true, bestie. And he's like, you have a home? And she's like, nope. And he's like, well, do you want my old one I abandoned like 20 years ago? She's like, sure, I guess. And he gives her a little kiss on the forehead, and she's like, okay, queen. And he walks off, and she's like, well, I guess I'll go to his home. And then turns out he made her like the land god of the shrine. And she's like, what? Girl, I'm in high school. I got homework. Like, I got shit to do, okay? But no, what I really like about this character too, and there she meets this familiar, and it's like that's kind of like the, you know, like kind of the bit of it. It was them, like, he's like, you're not the god, and she's like, yeah, bitch, now I am. She's so funny and sassy. She is such a little stubborn piece of shit, and I love her so much for it. She is that girl, guys. Oh my god, I need to do my eyeliner. Like I said, I have to go to work in like an hour. Like, I don't got time to be yapping like this, but yeah, here I am. And that's something I really appreciate about the show, is that I love Toru from Fruits Basket, but she's not as sassy, and I like a little bit of sass. And Toru is one of my favorite anime characters. Like, Fruits Basket honestly gives you great life lessons that I keep in my heart till this day. But, you know, sometimes you don't always need a Toru, you know? She has a little bit of sass, my girl, and she kind of with the main guy, okay? And we love that. Now, if you've watched it or you're about to watch it, I have to say my unpopular opinion. Kurama's my favorite character. Okay. I know, okay? He's a piece of shit, okay? But he's a funny piece of shit. And he gets better, allegedly, in Minecraft. I just think he's such a brat, and I love him. Like, I'm not even usually the girly who's like loves like the bad guys, but something about him is just, I adore him is a strong word, because I don't adore him. I just think he's just funny, and I just love whenever he's on screen. I'm full of joy in my heart, because he's just such a guy. Not like in that way, but just like he's such a funny little guy. Okay. And he gets some character later. Love it. It's my eyeliner, good girls. It kind of is fucked up, but you know, whatever. I'm just a girl. So that's what I say to everything now, and it's so bad. Maybe like, oh no, I got hit by a car, but I'm just a girl. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Maybe I'll talk later if I have some time about a shoujo. I haven't watched it this season, but it's more like action-y shoujo. So if you want like a shoujo but more action-filled, it's called Yona of the Dawn. We'll see if I get into it later. If not, put it on your list, bitch. Oh, so good. And unfortunately, they only made one season of it. But if you keep reading the manga, girl, it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm always in my brain forever, okay? But let's keep talking about anime that I would watch this season. Next, the Suicide Squad anime. I know. Okay, girls, I know. You're probably like, what? I heard that shit was trash. It's not trash. And whoever told you that didn't give it a chance or hates happiness and joy. Okay. To be fair, I think if you don't love Suicide Squad, when that first movie came out, girl, I hyper fixated. I watched like every single like trailer analysis. Like, so I read a bunch of the comics. So I really like Suicide Squad. So like I have that personal bias. But it's just honestly a super fun show even outside of that. Like, the bit of it is, if you don't know what the Suicide Squad is, it's like DC characters. So like you probably know Harley Quinn, right? So Harley Quinn and blah blah blah. They kind of they're put into this like defense force where they're basically like, okay, we're gonna put you in this mission because if you die, we don't care because you guys are like criminals. I know, crazy. But basically, in this anime version, they like drop them in like an isekai fantasy world. So it's kind of like that bit of it. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's such a good time. You honestly, if you saw like the clips of Amanda Waller dancing and you're like, this shit is trash, then don't watch it because it's not made for you, okay? It's made for the girls who get it. And you are obviously not a girl. I'm using the international sense. Girl who gets it. It's just a fun time, and the characters are great. So far, I think Deadshot's my favorite, but because he's just, I'm putting my highlighter on my eyes, because why, I need more sparkle, apparently. But no, it's a great time, and I don't want to get too much into it, but like, the isekai world is really fleshed out. It's not, even if you've seen a million isekais, I think this one will still be interesting to you, especially if you like Suicide Squad. Because it's just fun and it's funny. The action is so fun and crazy. The animation is, oh my gosh. If you're someone who's like needs super serious and hates happiness and joy, then it's not for you. But I hope you're not that person, because that person sounds dreadful. That's mean. I'm sorry if that's you. Anyways, next. I won't go into that one too much because there's not much I could say without like spoiling plot, you know? You get the bit of it. No. Okay. I'm at 18 minutes, so I think I'll just talk about one last one. Respect on Yona the Dawn's name. Maybe I'll make a shoujo video that like shoujos you need to watch. Tower of God. I'm letting that name sit for a second. If you're immediately turned off because it's the webtoon, then you're missing out. Okay. Is this show... To be fair, this show is not, I'm not being like, this is the best show out there. But it's damn good. It's damn good, okay? It's damn good. We're starting the second season right now. I don't remember when the first season came out, but we're in season 2 right now. If you've watched it, you know. What I will say, oh, I probably should explain the plot. And you're about to know it stuck with me because I actually remember some of the characters' names. I'll do it the other, I just, Bomb. I think his name's Bomb. And they're like, you said you need the character's name, whatever. I think it's Bomb, okay? That's the main dude, okay? He was in this, like, cave pit or some shit. And this girl, Rachel, who was also in like a other part of the cave, like saved him basically. And now he's like, I'm gonna dedicate my life to you, girl. It's weird because I'm assuming he likes her romantically, but it doesn't even seem that romantically. It's just like, you protected me, so now I want to protect you bullshit. And Rachel is like, I want to see the stars. She wants to see this guy because like they're in this cave thing, right? They haven't really explained it, but that's kind of the bit of it, okay? Basically, in this universe, there's this Tower of God, and it's just like all these tests and everything, but it's like legend says, or it's truthful, I guess. It seems like more myth to me, but anyway, I need to make this quick because my alarm just went off. If you make it to the very tippy top, legends foretell that you get whatever you want. Fantastic, okay? My girl Rachel She makes it to the very, she does not make it to the very top yet. I don't know, maybe she does. I meant she gets let in. And Bomb's like, and so he gets in up there too. But he gets sent up there later, and so now he's trying to find Rachel. Okay, he's doing all these tests. He's like, I'm just a little guy. But basically, yeah, that's kind of the bit of it. And there's like all these different floors, and they made all these different tests. The show is really good. It's funny. I really like the animation. It's very different, but it's not like bad different. I could see it maybe turning some people off, but I really enjoy it. It's just it's a good show. It's a good show. The story of it is really good, and it just feels like it's just starting up. I'll say that I think season 1 felt like a prologue, and I won't expand on that, but if you know, you know, and you're about to know because you're about to go put this on your watch list and watch it. It's good. But yeah, I'm a sucker. This may sound horrible, but I'm a sucker for the death game trope, and it's kind of giving that. Not necessarily, but that's kind of what drew me into it. So if you like that. But yeah, they have to do all these different tests, and it's good in a lot of ways because there's like the mind puzzles of it, the action's good, the characters are good. I can't lie, I've been watching a lot of dub because I don't have time to sit here and watch sub anymore. I have to like have dub in the background. There's this one line, I'm gonna spoil it, I won't give you any context, but I forgot the character's name. But he's like, I hope you live a long happy life so me and my bestie can sit up high watching you from up here. And I'm like, that is so crazy. I can't expand on that, but when you watch it, you'll know. But no, good show. There's a lot of good shit out right now. There's some other shows that I've watched too a little bit, but they haven't like these are my ones I would think to watch this season. Like I said, not all of them are technically this season. Oh my gosh, also Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest. Yes, my Fairy Tail fans, rise up. I'm excited. But if you haven't watched Fairy Tail, watch Fairy Tail and then watch this, because you'll be spoiled for one of the best moments in Fairy Tail. That's all I'll say. But yeah, watch Fairy Tail too. If you're a fucking Fairy Tail hater, eat bricks. Sorry, I'm really personally biased because that was like my first anime I watched, and so it has a really special place in my heart. But yeah. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thanks for listening to me yap. I feel a little bit more alive now. Tell me what anime you're watching. I'm curious. I always need more good recs. If you have some good shoujos, let me know. I feel like I've hit like all the big ones. So if you have some like more obscure shit, but give me something with a little kick, you know, or just other shows that you think I'll like. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. And if you're about to go to work too, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bye now. Thanks.